हेलो एंड वेलकम गाइस, रेडियो जिंदगी सुन रहे हैं आप 1550 AM पर। और एवरी फ्राइडे होती है मुलाकात आपकी उषा जी से। उषा जी जो कि एक स्पिरिचुअल एडवाइजर हैं, एक हीलर हैं, साइकिक हैं। और अगर आपके मन में कोई भी प्रश्न है अपने लिए, अपने किसी लव्ड वन के लिए, शी इज द पर्सन यू कैन अप्रोच और गो टू फॉर हेल्प, फॉर गाइडेंस। उषा जी से कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं आप डायरेक्टली बाय कॉलिंग 925-827-2033. That's Ushaji's direct number, 925-827-2033. Or you can log on to her website, ushaji.com and ushaji.org for all the information regarding her. अभी शो के दौरान आप लाइव कॉल कर सकते हैं 510-770-1550. That is Studio Line's number. If you have a quick question, feel free to reach out to her right now through Studio Line number 510-770-1550. With that, hello and welcome, Usha ji. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you all, my dear listeners and followers. And Krishna Janmashtami is coming, and this weekend is Raksha Bandhan. So with all of you having brothers, do send them some love, extra love, and special day, right? Very special day. This is only our culture that celebrates that. So how wonderful is that? But happy Friday to all of you, and I hope you all had a great week. And it was the last week of summer. Schools have started here in California. And for you college kids who are waiting to go back, so you still have the last few days of summer to make some good memories, put in some hard work, earn some money so you can have some spending money later on, right? So many students looking for jobs this summer. And it's such a blessing to have these kids around us. Enjoy and cherish. That's what I always say to parents and family members. Enjoy and cherish. Make your memories. So time goes by so quickly. Suddenly these kids will be out of graduating and, starting their new lives as adults. So wonderful times.
Absolutely.
This past week, So yes, of course, give us a call if you have a question.
Ji, we have a caller waiting, Usha ji. Let's take a call.
Yes.
Hello, you're on air with Usha ji.
हाँ जी, नमस्कार. मेरा नाम हरजीत है.
हरजीत, नमस्ते बेटा. क्या आपकी एज क्या है?
हरजीत 53.
हरजीत 53. कहिए बेटा, क्या सवाल है?
मेरी ये 19 अगस्त को कोर्ट की डेट है और मुझे यहाँ 25 ईयर हो गया यहाँ आए हुए. तो मैंने ये पूछना था कि मेरा ये कोर्ट से अब ये मेरे हक में फैसला हो जाएगा या अभी कोई आपको लगता है कुछ?
ये कब फाइल किया था? इमिग्रेशन का स्टेटस है, अजाइलम का था पहले?
जी.
और ये कब फाइल किया था बेटा?
मैंने फाइल तो बहुत टाइम हो गया, ऑलमोस्ट हो गए.
25 साल में किया था. 25 साल तो आपको यहाँ पे हो गए, लेकिन केस कब फाइल किया था?
2001 में किया था.
Okay, so 2001, so it is 24 years. And let's look at Harjeet के मिलने को हाँ, तो your family is here बेटा?
जी, यहाँ मेरे बच्चे 3 और
जी. Let's see क्या यहाँ पे मिलने को रह रहा है कि नहीं.
जी.
And कुछ कंडीशन लगा रहे हैं, लेकिन मैंने देखा कि मिलने को मिलेगा, लेकिन कुछ कंडीशन लगा रहे हैं. So I don't see you traveling to India या कहीं और, तो यहीं पे रहोगे. Good luck बेटा. Thank you for listening and calling in.
So listeners, if you are tuned in and listening to Dil Ki Baat Usha ji ke saath on Radio Zindagi, you can also call us for any question you have. The number once again is 510-770-1550. This is the studio line number. अगर आप उषा जी से डायरेक्टली कांटेक्ट करना चाहते हैं तो the number would be 925-827-2033. Usha ji, we have next caller.
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल.
Hello, you're on air with Usha ji.
जी. हेलो उषा जी, राकेश के लिए क्वेश्चन पूछना है कि उसकी शादी कब तक हो जाएगी.
लेकिन आप हो कौन? क्या नाम है आपका?
शीलू बोल रही हूँ.
I'm so sorry, क्या नाम है?
शीलू.
आपकी एज?
My age is 65.
65. और किसके बारे में पूछ रहे हो?
राकेश.
नहीं, वो कौन है?
मेरा बेटा.
ओके. राकेश की अभी एज क्या है?
38.
38. Haan ji. So let's see if Rakesh is going to have a marriage in his life or not. And पहले शादी नहीं हुई है?
नहीं.
थोड़ा सा समझाना पड़ेगा. Like he doesn't feel the need. उसको कुछ जरूरत फील नहीं होती शादी करने की. And अलग से अकेले रहते हैं या आपके साथ?
मेरे साथ रहते.
हाँ, तो फिर मम्मा आप सब कुछ कर रहे हो ना घर पे. So he doesn't feel a need. क्या जरूरत है? So talk to him. Good luck. Thank you for listening and calling in.
जी उषा जी.
I think you went on mute or something. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Yeah, I tried taking another call, but I think the call got disconnected. But still,
Okay,
we
yeah.
have some more time. People can reach out to us again.
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल. You know. So this past week, I've had a lot of connecting with people's loved ones, parents, a sibling, a fiance. That was heartbreaking because naturally this couple had plans for their future and they'd been dating and staying together and waiting for their careers to take off before deciding to get married. And it just broke my heart, right? And she was like, why didn't he have a longer life? And I said, I'm not the person to ask that off, right? And that is something that if you have faith, we have to wonder, कि भाई भगवान की समझ में क्या है? And who are we to understand how God thinks or what God decides for us, or why is it so important to him to shortcut someone's lifeline or to let someone live this long or not, right? Who are we as human beings can claim and say, Bhagwan ye chahte the, ya Bhagwan ye nahi chahte the, right? So, many opportunities this past week to help resolve communication that, you know, किसी के दिल में कुछ रह गया, कि कोई सवाल पूछना था, that we have to know from our loved ones how they felt. Is there a message from them for us? Is there something we need to complete for them? And in the case of that young lady who came to connect with her fiancé, who unfortunately had a really crazy accident and passed away, she had, you know, like, she's like, well, I'm not going to move forward. And that was it. He was the love of my life. And so surprisingly, when I met her fiancé in spirit, and he was like, tell her to move forward, tell her to move forward. She always wanted kids. She needs to have kids, you know. And she burst out crying. She was crying. I was crying because there was just so much love that was present in the energy of my room. And I could just feel the strength that he was trying to give her, that she should move forward and fulfill her dream of having a family. And he was like, I'm going to send people her way. Tell her not to say no, you know. And so now I'm wondering, and I told her, call me when you suddenly out of the blue meet someone and things may progress and you might wonder if this is the guy that your fiancé has sent towards your life, right? So there was just so much deep, pure love there and so unselfish. And that's what love makes people. It makes people unselfish. And then I have couples, and, you know, I had a couple that came in for counseling, and she was really upset with her husband because she goes, whenever they go out, they end up in a fight because he insists that other guys in their group were noticing her and that he's not happy about it and this and that. And she was like, what does he want? He wants me to wear a burqa or something, you know, because I'm dressing the way I dress and I don't dress against his wishes, like I'm not revealing too much or any of that. But he goes, and he says, the young man tells me, he was in his 40s, so a middle-aged man, but younger than me, and you know me, whenever I'm doing a session, everyone comes across as a child to me. And he said, but love makes you selfish, right? And he said, love makes you selfish. And then I had the spirit of the fiancé who was like, love makes you unselfish, right? So such a huge spectrum from one side where the husband is saying, love makes you selfish, and I don't want other guys looking at my wife this way. But what can she do? She can stop people from looking at her, and he was getting so upset and jealous. And I know there are many couples with that kind of an issue. And then they don't know, they get frustrated, they don't know what to do, and वो गुस्से में निकालते हैं, right? So they will just end up having a fight with their partner, and then they will be like, it's no fun to go out to parties anymore. Every time we go out to a party, we come back, and it's a disaster that the couple is arguing or not being upset with each other.
Right.
But if you've been blessed with good looks, God has blessed you. Enjoy whatever it is that God has given you. And don't make it that love makes you selfish, like that 43-year-old told me, right? True. And I had the 28-year-old spirit of a person who loved his fiancée so much that he said, love makes you unselfish. Absolutely. It was just, I know, every time I think I'm not going to be surprised by anything that comes through, I must have seen as much as there is to see already. And then I get two couples in completely different corners of thought and approach. And thinking changes your approach. And that approach has to come from a place of love. And love doesn't make you selfish. Love makes you unselfish.
True.
Absolutely.
Bilkul. Ushaji, we have another caller. Let's take a call.
Let's take a call.
Hello, you're on air with Ushaji.
Hi, मेरा नाम गुरदीप है।
आपका नाम क्या है बेटा?
गुरदीप।
गुरदीप, आपकी उम्र क्या है?
64।
54 के 64? 64। Okay बेटा।
64 and yesterday.
हाँ जी, कहिए क्या सवाल है?
I'm sorry?
What's your question?
Yeah, do you still see marriage for me?
Marriage for you. Let's see, beta, if there is marriage written for you. And have you been married before?
A very short period.
No, but I saw a marriage. So you've been married before, yes. Right?
Yes.
Okay, and that was a long time ago. So what has made you wait this long?
I'm sorry?
What has made you wait this long?
Spent last 10-15 years taking care of my mom. She recently passed away a couple years ago.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for you.
I didn't want any interference. So if love makes you selfless, that's what it was for my mom.
Let's see if I see marriage for you. I was just wondering, why was there such a huge gap between the first marriage to the second marriage? Because it showed me you were not looking, you were not interested, nothing. So let's see if you are looking for someone now. Does it materialize into a long-term relationship? Yes, it does. So you need to look. Absolutely. I did see it. Okay. Good luck, beta. Thank you so much for listening and calling in.
If you have any further questions, you can definitely reach out to Ushaji directly. The number would be 9258272033. Again, listeners, सुन रहे हैं आप उषा जी को live on Radio Zindagi Dil Ki Baat Ushaji के साथ, the show she brings every Friday. She is a spiritual advisor, psychic, healer, and she also possesses clairvoyant powers. If you want to reach out to her for any question about yourself, about your health, finances, relationships, anything, or about your loved ones, you can find all the information on the website ushaji.org or ushaji.com, or you can just call her directly 925-827-2033. And we have just 10 more minutes in the show. If you have any quick question and you want to talk to her right now, the number is 510-770-1550. Ji Ushaji.
Anji. So I was reading an article about what causes people to feel stressed out all the time. And there are so many factors that cause people stress all the time. The number one factor was about being punctual, trying to get to things on time, working on the project's deadlines, right? Getting the kids to school on time, making sure their homework is done on time. All the classes, whatever you're doing, you have an invitation or whatever, it's all about getting there, being punctual, and finishing up all the dozens of things you have to do before you leave the house, or before you go to bed, or before you go to work, or before the kids go to school, or after they come back from school, you know. And even if you're single, there are just so many things that require you to be on time. And I was thinking and laughing. I said, there is our desi time, that when people give an invitation, and we always say, "Acha, 5 baje ki dawat hai," we show up by 5:30, 6 o'clock, right? So we are not letting that stress us out. But everything else, because of time, and even invitations out here, if you suggest 11:30 lunchtime, guests will arrive at 11:30 lunchtime. And lunch better be ready when they are here, right? So and then again, the same thing. People go, "I don't have time. I don't know. I have a friend. She does so much stuff. She has so much time. I will ask somebody else to do it. They have so much time." Time is the same thing. Everyone. It's like saying, what is heavier? A pound of gold, a pound of air, or a pound of iron? Guess what?
Same.
Everything is a pound.
Yes.
Nothing. People will automatically, "Haan ji, loha bada bhari hai. It must be the pound of iron." But no, everything is a pound. So we all get that equal amount of time. And I feel it's up to us to recognize why does it put us in a stressful situation. So if you're a parent and your kids are going back to school and mornings are all about rushing and running against time and getting stressed out about time and then being upset with your kids, remember, your kids have it so hard in school. They don't know what the teacher will do. They don't know what will be asked of them to do. They don't know if their friend will be in a mood to play with them or not, or talk with them or not. It is so tough for them, as little as a preschooler to as a high schooler. So make sure that your environment at home is conducive to making them feel stress-free, making them feel very, very loved. Because out there, it is a hard world. It is tough for them. And don't think, "Arey, bachon ko kya problem hai? School hi to ja rahe." Being in school is their life. Making their friends. Sometimes I get parents calling me that my daughter had a best friend until 8th grade and now that girl doesn't talk to her anymore and my daughter is very upset. Or my son had a friend and now he's 11 years old and that boy doesn't talk to him anymore. Right? The children are going through a lot of stress at school, making friends, being able to be available for friends and connecting. And so what is asked of them at school is definitely stressful for them. So even you as a parent feel the stress of time, make sure that you're only providing hugs and love and a whole lot of patience. Because I feel parents nowadays, they just don't have the patience anymore. And you have to. It's their childhood. They need to remember all the hugs they got coming and going, that their home environment was only about love and hugs. And yes, they will do their work. Yes, they will get their homework done. Even if you want your children in AP classes, wo bhi kar lenge, right? I was the opposite. When my daughter in high school wanted to take multiple AP classes, I said, over my dead body. And she was like, "Mom, I won't get into college." I said, "Yes, you will. Just make sure your GPA is close to 3.8. I didn't care if it wasn't a 4.2. Right? Mm-hmm. And I said, "I'll only allow you one class. That's it." And she got into Ivy League colleges. She got into her choice college, everything. Because then they can tell when a child has been pushed to the limit. So try it. And remember that, my desi parents, because you are putting so much pressure on your kids that it stresses you out and you don't even tell your children that you love them on a daily basis, minimum 10 times. 5 ungliyan ek haath pe 10 baar to bolo unko, tell them. You can never say that enough. The 3 special words which are, "I love you." That's it. Tell them. Khate peete, utte baiठte, they need to hear that. It shouldn't be something that they think their parents might love them but they've never told them they love them. It should never be like that. So enjoy your time and happy Raksha Bandhan. And Krishna Janmashtami is coming. So that will be next weekend. And I wish you all a wonderful week and a wonderful Friday. I don't know if he has time anymore.
We have 3 more minutes, Usha.
Oh, we do.
But I do
don't have the clock on, so I didn't know.
No, but I do want to tell you that how important this reminder was. And you know, it's not that parents don't love their kids. They are their world. But
Yes.
we do miss out on acknowledging it, on saying it. And that reminds me of a latest case which happened in Fremont where a teen was missing. And you know, the last thing which he wrote was that I know my parents are disappointed in me. And it broke my heart because now the parents are devastated and thankfully she's found. But parents, they were yelling, they were saying that no, we love you and we are not disappointed. But you have to say it in front of the child because whatever they see, whatever they hear, that's what they believe.
Absolutely. And honestly, this should serve as a huge reminder because again, people will say, oh, my kid will never run away. My kid will never do that. But this happened in your own backyard, right here in the city of Fremont. You have to remember, you may think that, you know what, I'm going to encourage my child to do better by comparing them and say, oh, this is not an A. You need to get an A. Falan ke bachche ne A kar liya. Falan ke bachche ne double major kar liya. It's not that. Your child is unique. Each one of us is unique. And each one will want to do their best automatically. It's a given, right? We will try to do our best. And I hear so many times parents calling me and saying, my son is so lazy. वो ये भी नहीं कर रहा, ये भी नहीं कर रहा. And then I look at the kid psychically and I see he's so overburdened with homework. And I'll ask them, I said, I see that your child लगातार काम कर रहा है, right? I said, when does a child get to celebrate being a child? And it is so important. The first 18 years go by so quickly. And honestly, my granddaughter's become older and I can't believe I still have pictures of her on my screensaver as a baby. And I'm like, how did you become 10 years old, right? So time goes by and time goes by for every single one of us. And look at how quickly this half an hour went by, right?
Yes, absolutely. So listeners, we are at the end of the show. Won't be able to take any more calls. आप उषा जी से डायरेक्ट बात कर सकते हैं, वो तो कभी भी कॉल कर सकते हैं आप. यू डोंट हैव टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट. 925-827-2033. Once again, Usha ji's direct number, her office number is 925-827-2033. And the website for all the information, including the contact numbers and the location, everything, is ushaji.org and ushaji.com. You can email her if you have any question or would like to know something more about usha@ushaji.org. With that, thank you so much, Ushaji, for joining us today and making our Friday even more happy.
Well, thank you. My pleasure with me today. And have a wonderful week, everyone. Like you say, Radio Zindagi jiye jao, right?
Absolutely.
Live well, laugh often, and hug very, very often. Take care.
Thank you for all these wonderful reminders every week, Ushaji. And listeners, with that, we are closing Dil Ki Baat Ushaji ke Saath, the show for today. But we'll be back next Friday. Don't forget to tune in.